Okay, here we go. I don't think anybody should have a problem with number one, right? What about number two? Everybody able to do number two? And checking out number three? The bell rang a long time ago, by the way. Just letting you know that. All right, I'm gonna have to say something to people upstairs on the third floor. There's no reason for you guys to come minutes after the bell rings. All right, the tardy bell is the tardy bell. All right, that means everybody who walked in after the tardy bell, that means everybody was tardy. All right, I know it's not your fault, but we're gonna have to little discuss. You have 10 minutes up there for snack and 2 minutes to get to class. It's 12 minutes. All right, I'm not sure what the issue or what the holdup is. All right. So anybody have any questions with number four? What about number five? What about number six? What?
I don't understand how it's negative.
Well, did you,
I got 28.
I mean, did you review your work or did you just say, well, I'm always right, so what? Well, why would I check my work?
I think I just did way too. I did actually.
So what's why? Okay, and what's X?
I don't know.
What?
I 7.
7, exactly. Now, if you don't know why it's +7, you think it's -7, we can talk about that.
I don't even know what I did.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. I think I.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, guys. Listen, before the questions come out, look at the work. That's what I'm trying to encourage you to do. All right. Go over your work. Look at your work and see what happened. All right. Anybody have any questions with 6? All right, here we go. Anybody have any questions with 7? What?
Well,
Yeah, because you didn't distribute the negative properly, right? You see what I'm saying? You didn't distribute the negative. It's -6 + 8, not +6 + 8. Right? Do you see it? That's why I'm trying to tell you guys, when I circle something, you should try to see what that means. All right. The biggest mistake there was that people put +6 and didn't put -6 + 8. Right? Anybody have any questions with number 7? Number 8? Number 9?
So I did like Zach as X and Ava as X -5 and Hannah as 3 times X -5 + 4. And then I just did it, but I got like 80. Like I didn't get 450.
But that's why I'm saying I would prefer that you just look at mine and say, why is mine different than yours? See, some of you want me to change what I did to what you did. Or I really don't think that's a good idea. I think what you should do is you should say, okay, there's Ava is X and Hannah would be 3X. Do you agree with that? That's how I started it. And then Zach is being compared to Hannah. Zach has 4 less than Hannah. So Zach would just have 3X - 4. And Zach also has 5 more than Ava. Am I making any sense at all with that? You sure? Do you understand what I'm saying too? Also, like I just feel like this is the logical way to do this problem. Right? Because I'm making a translation directly off of what is being said. Does that make sense? You sure? All right. Yes.
So, but what I did was I combined the like terms for Zach. But then I didn't know how to find words.
Zach is equal to Zach. Zach isn't adding Zach's money together. Zach is being compared to Ava and Hannah. What he has is the same regardless. His value doesn't change. Do you agree with this?
Yeah.
So that's why 3x minus 4 is equal to x plus 5. Those are both Zach's money. Agreed?
So you're trying to find Zach's money.
I'm trying to find all of their money. I'm trying to figure out how much Zach has, Ava, and Hannah. True?
Yeah.
I don't feel like you're agreeing with me.
I just don't understand how 3x minus 4 should be equal to x plus 5. Since if x plus 5.
So let's say Ava had a certain amount of money. Then Hannah would have a certain amount of money, right? Zach is being compared to both of them. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
So Zach is equal to Zach. Let's say he had $100. He's going to have $100 in both situations. Right?
Yeah.
It's just that relationship to Ava and Hannah is different. Make sense now?
Yeah.
All right, that's good. All right. And what about 10? What?
So, like, you wrote that.
I understand. I told you I would look it over. I would tell you, right? If you got the right answer, you got the right answer. Maybe I just didn't understand your work, right? Because some kids just remembered the answer, just wrote the answer down. That's what I'm getting at. You see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
You with me? So I wanted to look at your work. I wanted to see how you did it. Look at all my work, right? All right. Yes.
Like, and then I went over and then I didn't get another.
Yeah. So let's talk about it one more time. All right. So do you understand a little bit more about profit now? Right. So you go out and buy a cushion for 4 and you sell it for what? 8. So you made a $4 profit, right? The problem is you didn't sell them all. So you're just not going to make $4 on every single one. Does that make sense? Because you have some that you bought that you didn't sell. Right. So we don't know how many we bought. That's X. You agree with that? We went to the store and bought X units. We sold all but what? So that means we sold X minus 12. Now, the ones that I sold, I put a price of what? Right. So I made 8 times X minus 12. Do you agree with that? I paid 4X for them. So I have to subtract out what I paid. That will be my profit. Do you agree with this? And now it says my profit is what? $400.
Why, if you bought 4X,
They cost.
oh.
That's the cost. You see what I'm saying, right? This is the cost of the cushions. This is how much I made on the cushions. And if I subtract that, that will equal my profit. Does that make sense now? All right. Look it over, guys. Look it over. All right, now let's go back to where we were yesterday. Okay. Now, once again, I feel like you should be getting better, all right, at these problems as we go down the page. All right, I feel like we are. All right. Now, please ask me more. All right, if I'm not explaining it good enough for you, don't just accept what I'm saying is true. I know I'm stubborn sometimes too. All right, I think my way is the best way. All right, but I also want to try to help you. All right, and I think the whole point was trying to set these things up. So what we want to do now is I want to go back to where we started setting them up. And that was 15, right? All right, so I need some help, guys. I don't want to waste time. All right, so I'm hoping you have the answers for me. So Avery made how much? I know. I want the answers now. 175. And then Tyler was, and then Evan. All right, 260, 250. Is everybody happy with that? 260, 250. All right, 16. Here we go. So this one shouldn't have been too bad. So X was equal to 80. All right, and of course we would say 80 centimeters. Everybody's good with that? Hopefully you're able to find your calculator. You're able to use your calculator to solve this problem. So adult tickets. What do we get for the adults? Somebody said 520. And what about the student? What was it? 400. Is there anything I need to do on that, guys? Anybody? Anybody? All right. What about the dimes and the nickels? How many dimes were there? 36 dimes. 30. So we're discussing whether it's 12 or 36. Did anybody else get something? 48 dimes. Well, 48 dimes would make $4.80. That'd be less than 48. Right? If you have 48 dimes, that'd be 48 nickels. And then 12 dimes. 12 dimes would be $1.20. 48 nickels would be $2.40, wouldn't it? $2.40 and $1.20 isn't. I don't think that's correct. All right, but let's solve this out now. Let's solve this out. So 0.1x plus 0.05 times 60 is 3, right? Minus 0.05x equals 4.8, right? So now this would be 0.05x is equal to 1.8. 1.8 divided by 0.05 is 36. Well, I know. See, this is where I'm telling you guys, you're supposed to look at yours and say, what is different from here to here to here? That's what I'm trying to teach you. I'm not upset. I'm trying to show you. Look at your work. All right, I got 1.8. If you didn't get 1.8, go back and see where your mistake is. Does that make sense? What's 0.1 minus 0.05? What's 0.1 minus 0.05? A dime minus a nickel.
Oh. 0.5.
Point.
0.05.
Yes. You bet. You with me now, right? You sure? All right. It looks awkward. 0.1 minus 0.05. That is definitely 0.05. And again, I'm not even saying, believe me, I'm saying type it on your calculator and see. But everybody should be able to say 10 cents minus 5 cents is 5 cents. That's the way I'm looking at it. So I got X equals 36. So that would give me 36 dimes and 24 nickels. Now, if I have 24 nickels, that's $1.20. $1.20 plus 360 is 480. So I just checked it. I know it's right. What?
$47 and 2 nickels? Or 47 nickels and 2 dimes? I mean, 15 dimes. 47 dimes and 2 nickels is equal to 100 or 1.
47 dimes and 2 nickels is 49 coins.
Oh. Okay.
That's why this is the important part. X and 60 minus X. There's definitely a relationship between them. They have to add up to 60. Everybody's good with 18. All right, let's take 19. So when we solve this, that becomes X equals 15. All right, so we say 15 centimeters by 24 centimeters. Anybody have any issues with number 19? Anybody?
Okay, never mind.
All right, let's knock out 20. How many small was there? Somebody said what? 6.
4.
All right, we have another 4. All right, so let's solve it. 2x plus 10x plus 15 equals 63. 12x equals 48. So it looks like to me X equals 4, right? And then how many larges? So we have 11 large buckets, right? And 4 small buckets. Am I wrong? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's kind of silly. I think I meant to write how many large buckets, because we already know a large bucket holds what. Yeah, so I got to fix that. Thank you for that. All right, typo, got to fix 20. Fix. All right, number 20. So there are 11 large buckets and 4 small buckets. All right, what about 21? What do we get X to equal?
21.
All right, so now you're supposed to find the dimension of each rectangle, right? So the first one is what?
48.
So we're going to say 24 centimeters by what? 48 centimeters. And then the next one is going to be 32 centimeters by, I'm sorry. Yeah. All right, I'm happy with that. Everybody good with this? Mm-hmm.
It would be the same if you split it like 48.
Yeah, it's the same. Yes, of course, I don't care. All right. Here we go, 22. What do we get here?
What day?
So it looks like we have 14, what? 8-hour shifts. Everybody good with that? All right, now come on, let's work together on 23 now. All right. Walnuts and pecans. All right. So does everybody agree we're dealing with W and P, right? And there were 24 fewer walnuts than pecans, right? So what am I going to put down?
Walnuts is X minus 24.
Anybody have a problem with that? So- Well, we're getting to that, right? So this right here is the number of boxes, correct? That represents the number of boxes. Now we're talking about the weight. Does everybody agree with this? So the weight of each pecan box is what?
Two, no, it's three X.
Now I'm asking, what's the weight of the pecan box? 3, right? So this weighs 3 pounds. And the walnuts weigh what? 2 pounds. And we say 2 pounds per box, right? Come on now, let's see how you did. So then someone write me the equation. Go.
2 parentheses X minus 24 plus 3X equals 462.
Very, very nice. All right, I feel like we're getting better. Hopefully you feel like you're getting better at it. All right, anybody have an issue with that? Now remember, the only way to get better is to try on your own, all right? Not just write things down. And now we solve this out, right? We have 2x minus 48 plus 3x equals 462, right? 5x is equal to what? I got 510, all right? And so then we have x equals 102. Right, so there's 102 boxes of what? Right, boxes of pecans. And then we would have what? 70 what? 78 boxes of walnuts.
Would we have this one, this whole week? Yeah.
All right.
Would you have to say the walnuts too?
Wouldn't that be 102 pounds because we multiply by the same?
Find the total weight of the boxes of pecans. So do I even care about the walnuts? No, I don't even really need the walnuts, right? The total weight for the pecans would be, if there's 102 boxes, yes, 306 pounds.
That's by multiplying by the 8.
I'm answering the question.
Like we up there, we multiply it by the weight. So
How am I supposed to get 306 is what my question is.
never mind.
They're asking for the weight of the pecans, correct? So 306 pounds of what? Pecans.
So what is 102 then?
The number of boxes.
Oh.
All right, here we go. This one's very similar. All right, very similar. 30 students bought pennants for the football game. There's plain and fancy. Everybody good? So how many were bought? Plain and fancy. All right. How many plain ones were bought? X. Come on now, people. How many fancy ones? 30 minus X. How many did you buy altogether?
30 students.
What's the first word? 30 students, right? So you have fancy and plain. X bought plain, 30 minus X bought the fancy, correct? The planes cost how much? $4, right? And the fancies cost $8. The total bill was $168. So who's gonna write the equation? Go, Hannah. Wow. X plus 8 times 30 minus X equals what? Does that make sense for everybody? So now we have 4X plus 240 minus 8X equals 168, right? Negative 4X equals, so X equals 18, right? How many students bought the fancy? Right. How many plain? 18. Tell me. Tell me. What's no. You tell me what your question is. I'm sorry.
But what I reversed it, so it's 8x plus 40 and then 30 is
I think you're good. You got the same answer, right? Yeah. So what you're seeing is it really didn't matter how you do it, right? So I think you're right. Put X as fancy and then you have one less step. All right. Perfect. 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 All right. Anybody else have trouble with 24? All right. 25. I feel like we this is just a different type, right? Same problem. All right. So what do we have now? Dimes and nickels. How many dimes? How many nickels? 52 minus X. What's a dime worth? What's a nickel worth?
0.05. Why would dimes be that?
Does it matter? Does it matter?
It could be other one too.
Would be one less step. You're right. So who's got the equation now? Tell me, go ahead.
0, 1,
What?
0.1.
Okay.
0.05 equals 1.5.
Good job. What did X equal here? What, anybody get that? Yeah. What?
1x minus 0.05x.
Because this is the number of coins. 52 minus X is the number of coins that you have. The number of nickels. You with me or not? That's why I multiply 0.05 times all the nickels. Okay.
X equals 44.
What'd you get?
14.
14.
X equals 38.
X equals 44. Hold on, give me a minute.
14, 44. What up? 38. All right, let's find out who's correct. 0.1x plus what is that?
2.7.
Divided by 20. Yes, 2.6 minus 0.05x equals 450. Anybody have a problem with that so far? 0.05x equals 1.9, right?
Oh,
And then x equals 38, right? So then there would be how many nickels?
14.
Right, because 52 minus 38 is 14. Everybody's good with that? What?
So, we put 0.05 X, but I got negative 0.5, and then 0.1, and then you subtract, and then wouldn't it be, I don't even know what that would be. Like,
You're asking me seriously, a dime minus a nickel. That's what you're asking me. And if you don't know that, we could just use our what? Calculator. I don't want you to use your calculator. All right, but if you don't know 0.1 minus 0.05, I've got some problems. All right. Anybody else?
what you did, Nick? What's the difference? We did 52 minus 38.
I honestly, I don't. All right, here we go. Number 26 is great. Come on now. Did you do it yet? All right, what do we do?
So you Q and N,
Q and N. Let's start with Q and N.
and it says that you have twice as many nickels as quarters.
So what do I have?
Quarters, the Q is X, and then nickels are 2X.
Beautiful.
And then in parentheses, the side of them, you put their values. So,
Which is
quarters number 0.25. And then interval 0.25.
exactly. So now what?
The equation would be 0.25x plus 0.1x equals 4.9.
Yeah, I didn't understand this problem to be perfectly. I didn't understand why that was an issue.
0.35x equals 4.9, and then x equals 14.
Anybody else get that? How far did we were supposed to go up to last night? Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. I'll slow down. Yeah, I couldn't remember. All right, so next one, I'll give you a minute. All right, is everybody okay with 26 now? Setting that up, solving it? All right, let me put it on pause and I want everybody to set up 27. All right, tell me what to do, kiddo. Yep. The dimes are X. Yep. Okay, so now what? Oh, did I just wrote this backwards then. Right, you said I have 8 more quarters. So it was like this, I'm sorry. I'm just totally, that's what you said, right? Does everybody feel like they're getting better at this now? Yeah, is everybody hopefully turning the corner here saying it's not really that hard? Correct?
Yeah.
All right, seriously, guys, come on. Anybody have any issues with that? Boys, all good? All right, let's just continue on 28. Now, let's just solve it. Let's try to write the equation. All right. What? I'm used to it. Go. I'm used to it.
It's like 0.3x is equal to 1.8. How would we get?
It's 18 divided by 3. You just said what's 1.8 divided by 0.3, right? That's the same as 18 divided by 3. You're welcome. All right. Liam, why don't you help me out with 28? What am I doing here?
This number is -9 with two numbers, so it would be 2x plus 6.
2x plus what?
6.
The sum of twice and
Negative minus 6.
yes. What does is mean?
Equals 9 more than the opposite number, so it'd be negative x plus 6.
Plus what?
Plus 6.
Why 6?
I'm in 9, sorry.
Yes, you did. All right, everybody take a look at that. 2x minus 6 equals negative x plus 9. Is that good? Yeah, that's not bad.
Well, I want it to be a -2x because
Yeah.
it's 2
Because it's just the opposite of the number x. It's not saying 2x. Because we're multiplying the difference from x plus 2, because if it was just normal x, it'd be no 3. But no, why it would be still.
You're exactly, she's right though. I hate to admit that too, but. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
X is the number,
Yes.
2x, and then the opposite of the number is negative x.
all right.
Minus 6, but that's the number. No.
Where does it say twice the number is x? The number is x. The number that we're referring to is x.
Okay.
Good questions, though. Is that us? Okay, what did I say I wanted you to get through today? No, I told you. Let me double check. Lesson plans. Today was Tuesday. 34, 25 to 34. 25 to 34. Give it a shot, please. 25 to 34. I might just take a look at your homework tomorrow, first thing.
Oh, that's me.
Hopefully you guys are feeling better about it.